automatic by I'm not even touching my mouse, but currently my AI agent is actually searching on the internet, searching for all the jobs in the Vadodara, that is too specifically for the Java developers, and that too without paying a single penny. ठीक है, आज के वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि कैसे आपको भी ये सेम सोल्यूशन में स्टेप बाय स्टेप बताता हूँ कि कैसे आप ओपन एपीआई का जो $200 का प्रोडक्ट है, राइट, इट्स कॉल्ड ऑपरेटर, विच बेसिकली प्रोवाइड्स यू द फंक्शनलिटी ऑफ ऑटोमेटिंग द वेब यूआई, जबकि वो भी परफेक्ट नहीं है, राइट, बट दे आर चार्जिंग दैट $200 फॉर दैट। आज के वीडियोज़ में हम देखेंगे कि कैसे वो सेम चीज़ हम फ्री में, बिल्कुल फ्री में करेंगे, राइट। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। The steps are very simple. If you are familiarized with the basics of the Python and some of the other things, this would be a piece of cake. Okay, let's get started. So as you know, operator is something जो OpenAPI ने थोड़े टाइम पहले रिलीज किया था. If I read this, right, it is currently research preview, meaning it has the limitation, right? It will evolve based on the users feedback. That means कि ये टूल अभी भी $200 देने के बाद भी ये परफेक्ट नहीं है, right? What sort of task this can do is ordering the groceries, even creating the memes, such as filling out the forms and so and so forth. So use cases आप अपने आप डिफाइन कर लो कि आपको कौन सा यूज केसेस बनाना है, right? आज वाले यूज केस में हम एक स्पेसिफिक यूज केस टारगेट करेंगे, ठीक है। नाउ फॉर दिस दे आर चार्जिंग $200 बट कुछ बहुत ही महान व्यक्तियों ने मिलके ये एक टूल बनाया है, इसका नाम है ब्राउजर यूज, ठीक है। दिस इज द लिंक, आई विल पुट द लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन एट द एंड। व्हाट विल डू इज विल ओपन द ब्राउजर यूज पेज, और यहाँ पे ये जो इंस्ट्रक्शन नीचे फॉलो की है वो सेम इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलो करके आपका काम आसानी से हो जाएगा। टू स्टार्ट विथ इट, the first run command is the pip install. This is nothing but you're installing the browser use libraries in your system. You have to have a Python install upfront, which I did earlier. I'm not going to show you all these commands run, but otherwise if you see here, I have added the command pip install browser use. राइट, सो बेसिकली इसी तरीके से स्टेप बाय स्टेप सारी कमांड फायर करेंगे, हमें पता चलेगा कि जो भी इंस्टॉलेशन पेंडिंग है वो इंस्टॉल हो गया, जो ऑलरेडी है दिस वाज नथिंग बट इट हैज़ ओवरराइडन माय प्रीवियस इंस्टॉलेशन, ठीक है। नाउ इफ यू सी ऑन माय स्क्रीन, व्हाट आई जनरली प्रीफर टू डू इज व्हेन आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ सम ऑफ द कंपोनेंट्स, जैसे इसमें मुझे पहले पता ही नहीं था कि ब्राउजर यूज़ क्या है, प्ले राइट क्या है, आई जस्ट केम अक्रॉस दिस लिंक. But then the understanding was supposed to be developed. I keep this Copilot in parallel running over here, right? And I keep asking whatever clarifications I require. कि भाई मुझे नहीं पता browser use क्या है, मुझे नहीं पता playwright क्या है, UV क्या है. Now, despite all of this, I'm not asking कि आपको भी ये सारे समझने की ज़रूरत है, right? For the sake of this demo, we are going to keep it very simple. You don't need to understand it, right? All you need to do is follow the steps. That's what I did. Second is the playwright install. This installation was also completed. इससे आपका एक AI agent will get up. Now उसके बाद है next step है okay. So on top of the browser use, we require another tool because browser use provides basically the inner framework on how to use the browser. But to do the UI demo, हम जब भी ये डेमो देखेंगे, we want to see the UI, right? कि कैसे माउस कहाँ पे जा रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. For that I need to install additional libraries called web UI. These steps are also pretty simple, right? The first command you need to fire is the uv env python 3.11, right? You can find more information on the page over here, right? This allows you to do nothing but basically it helps run this processes a bit faster, although you will feel कि यार ये automation flow बहुत ही slow चल रहा है, but believe me, this is the first initial demo this guy has prepared, right? Based on the way the AI is progressing, आने वाले टाइम में ये बहुत ही फास्ट हो जाएगा. We will not at the blink of the eye, it will be 10 times or 100 times faster than how we are currently performing all this operation. Okay. For the Mac user, this is the command to install the UV. For the Windows, this is the command. Again, bare minimum setup. Once you fire that command, you should come back to this web UI interface. Now here I was finding some challenges while executing this command initially, but I realized that without this command also I was able to run the overall program. All right. The next command is uv pip install requirements.txt. आपने जो ये setup करने वाला है, by the way, sorry, I forgot one instruction. When you are about to run this command, where exactly do you need to run is it? You should create one folder. Let me show that. Right. So I created this folder first to start with before you execute the web UI function. So हमारा web UI का जो पहला step था, right, which was this one only. You go to that directory जो हमने अभी यहाँ पे blank create की थी. You go to this directory browser working folder और उसके अंदर जाके फिर ये command fire करना है. इससे क्या होगा? All the necessary library of web UI will be installed in this folder. ठीक है? And after that it will download many libraries. Within this there is a requirement.txt file as well. So let me open the requirement.txt file. As you can see, again this requires some additional libraries to be installed. What this command will basically do is it will actually install all the required libraries that are mentioned over here, right? Playwright I think हमने पहले वाले steps में ही यहाँ पे कर लिया था, so we don't need to do that again. That's fine. And I think I ran this a couple of times, so that is fine. Now here also I faced some issue while running the requirement.txt. While the installation was completed, फिर भी जब मैं ब्राउज़र ओपन करने जा रहा था, it was giving me the error कि भाई ये लाइब्रेरी नहीं है, वो लाइब्रेरी नहीं है. What I did eventually was I actually ran this command individually for each and every library, right? So once that is done, the next step is around Python web UI and you are providing an IP address कि जहाँ पे web UI Python library will be opened up. So if you see, web UI has installed this Python program, okay, web UI.py. This application you have triggered, you have to now trigger it from here, right? Now I went to my folder, I went to web UI, and then I'm just running that command Python web UI py. IP address would be 127.0.0.1 and port on which this service will open would be 7788. Right, that's it. Now this may take a minute or so. Right, that's it. See, I'm now able to start the web UI configuration on my machine. Right, the main step that I required are already completed, the installation one. Now comes the configuration part. On this page I'm not making any configuration changes, right? Number of run steps, maximum run per step, I'm keeping that as it is. Now here for understanding your browser कि browser में कौन कौन सा text है, क्या है, मुझे क्या click करना है, what are the commands that is fired. So somebody needs to understand that and then propagate that instruction back to the browser, right? So उसके लिए I will configure my LLM model over here. It provides good amount of models. Initially I decided to go with the DeepSeek because it's a talk of town, and a week back it was my favorite model as well. But if I go over there right now, they are not accepting the new API launch, or maybe this link is incorrect. Anyways, so I decided to go with the second option, which is for Open API key I will have to pay, and as I promised, right, हमें zero amount में ये target achieve करना है. So I will go with the Gemini. Gemini has different set of model. I will just go with the Flash, the basic model, and this requires me to enter the API key. Now where do we get the API key for the Gemini, right? This is the URL, aistudio.google.com. I will post all these URL guys in the description, so you can look at that and follow the same set of instruction. Here I have already created an API key, but the API key creation steps are also very simple. आपने ये पहले press किया, it will ask you to provide a project name. You can create a new dummy project and then give one key to that. Right? This is my API key. I will simply go to the browser configuration here and I will store my API key over here. Now one thing जो अभी मैं achieve नहीं कर पाऊँ with this use case. Number one is when I relaunch this browser use instance, right? Whenever I restart my machine, it starts again from the scratch, which is painful, right? Because every time I have to go and mix this selection, API key, and then rest of the other settings as well. Not a big fan of doing that, wasting time. So probably if I come up with more use cases जो मुझे इस पर run करने हैं, I'll definitely find the ways by which this can actually retain this information for the next run. For time being, let's jump to the third tab, browser settings. Here also I want to use my own browser. By the way, the other limitation that I have hit with this is for the website which requires user ID and password, right? For example, one of the use case I was trying was I want to see if it is able to read my Gmail unread emails or not, but that requires a complex process of login and then signing in. I receive generally the second factor authentication OTP on my phone, so that requires user intervention in between, but the sake of demo I wanted to do completely automated. So that's still something I want to figure out how that can be achieved, right? The third one is the run agent. We'll go to that. This configuration is where probably I can load the file. I haven't done anything on this because our use case doesn't require me to actually drop any file provide any configuration right away. This is where the result will be posted, and this is where the entire recording of what exactly is happening is going to get recorded, right? We'll go to the run agent. This currently does one operation, which is go to the google.com. It is asking for some search. I'll remove this. This is our use case that I want to try. I'm asking the agent to first go to the LinkedIn, go to the search option of the jobs, and then a very simple idea is to search for those jobs which are located in Vadodara, and as well as the job title is Java developer, right? As simple as that. Now I'm not providing any user ID, password, or those sort of things. In case if you want to try a use case which also contains those information, you can definitely put it over there. The next is simple as that, and our instance is now booting up. So this is where the magic will begin, right? As you can see, I'm not touching my laptop, I'm not touching my keyboard, I'm not touching the mouse. The instance have not logged in, but it has served the LinkedIn website. As I said, this takes time, but it is all worth it, guys, right? If you have a right use case, if you want to apply, let's say 20 jobs, right? You just create this instance, try it out once, and then rest of the things for all the 20 places where it needs to apply will be auto taken care of. It has gone to the location Vadodara again, right? And click what you're looking for. Yeah, so it is probably going through all the options that were available, right? The best available options was Vadodara, as we entered that into our command. The second is during the job search, it should provide the Java. So it has now make a selection of the number 3 where it has hit the Java developer. And guys, I'm not doing anything. This is what kind of world we are living in, right? We heard about the automation a lot, but this is an web automation. $200. This is what these guys are charging to the rest of the folks, while I'm giving you that for completely free. And similarly to this, there are so many use cases that will come up in the nearby future. I want you to be subscribed and be there so that you can always get yourself up to date with this information. Our run agent has completed its job. If you can go to the result, it will actually tell you what was the final result of the task. Here, the task of the searching for Java developer jobs has been completed. The current page displays the result. All right, we were seeing that result was there for a time, and then it was closed by the model itself. Now, if I'm not around the laptop and I still want to see what happened actually, whether there was any error, whether the AI agent which has done the job did it right or wrong, where did it go wrong, any sort of information you want to capture, it also provides you a recording of how the operations are performed. So again, this is a recorded, okay, this is a wrong video. Let me refresh the recording, like the last recording. Maybe that one is the latest one. Right? Now the thing to consider here is that this is a very simple flow that somebody generated, and there you go. This is our recording, right? Going to the LinkedIn, searching for the jobs, and yada yada yada. All right. We'll not go through the entire demo once again. But what we need to understand is there is so much happening in the world of AI. So much that we are not even able to keep pace with it. Right? I'm trying to keep my pace with the AI news and letters and whatnot from last 1 year. I'm focusing on educational use cases that I want to build on top of the AI or that I want to pass on the knowledge of. But still, despite that, spending 1 year, I'm still not able to keep the pace with which this industry is changing. Right? And my humble request is every one of you also to be there when this revolution is happening. Right? So that's it for this video for now. I'll see you soon. I am looking to do more recordings moving forward so that I can pass on all the knowledge that I've got so far. Till we meet next time. Thank you. Bye bye. And